Hey, TheElastic here with the 6th episode of our Hades series. We've gotten 8 full clears now on this file. We went back to the house, got Achilles to let us into Hades' bedroom, where we found the painting of Persephone with a thick coating of dust, proving that he had had it there since she left. Proving that his feelings for her have never dwindled. And so now, we gotta make it back out to tell her of our findings. We're gonna jump in with the adamant rail here. Hope to grab the attack on this.
We cease with all the trifling down there and cause a real storm for once. Take now the fiercest of my powers, and you show your no-good father what you're made of.
Oh, yes.
Alright, got the attack. I'm gonna skip the Chaos Gate. I don't know how much we benefit from it. You get things like Dash Strike. So the plan for the Eris Rail here, if you stand in your special, it gives you this aura that you can see coming off of Zag there that increases our damage by, right now, 15% for 4 seconds after we land in it. So that'll just help increase the damage of our lightning. Best case scenario, I love getting a hammer that allows us to shoot longer.
It comforts me to see how far you've come, cousin, and I am confident that you shall make your way eventually. I shall look forward to our conversations then.
Whether it be the hammer that is a 3-round burst so I never have to reload, or the hammer that adds 6 more bullets and lets us shoot faster. Here we're going to take the Divine Dash to add Deflect. And we're going to go to the right because we do not have any more Nectar.
Alright, who's next?
So as the enemies spawn in, you'll see me throw out specials to try and get our damage bonus here. I'll do it occasionally if I see it fall off while we're fighting, since the special does deal pretty good burst damage on its own. Since this is another Zeus build, our main goal is going to be to stack Zeus boons. Specifically, for this one, we'll want to get Static Discharge, as that adds a ton of damage, and Storm Lightning is the only... These two aren't available on just the attack, so maybe if we got the aid, we could get these, but Storm Lightning is the one that enables the legendary if you're just running with the attack. So we're going to try and fill our god pool within the first chamber here so that we can be seeing Zeus as much as possible going forward. And we'll take whatever opportunities we can to kind of see him as we run.
Power of Olympus.
All our damage comes from our lightning, so we'll put our bombs on our attack here.
Ready, lads?
Ooh, thought I deflected that.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Right, so we can... None of these are amazing, and normally I would just fill the slot with the Phalanx shot here, but that actually turns on the duo boon between Zeus and Athena. Your phalanx shot cast bounces between nearby foes. I don't know that I want that. I guess it's not bad. So we'll take the cast here. Just so that we're not offered other cast boons when we see Zeus in the future. Ideally. There is always a chance for it to offer you the swap. It upgrades the rarity and shows you a boon that you already have. But that's a smaller chance, and so it's generally not going to happen. And now that I talked about it, of course it's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see.
Blood and darkness.
Halt.
Surrounded.
Let's do what we can to not take damage during this. Just gonna be mostly running back and forth so that these big armored guys don't get a chance to swing on us. More seconds.
Almost there.
Oh, that guy actually got hit by the skull. Only watching the big guys, so let these skulls build up too much. There we go.
More of this buffoonery.
Finally.
Gotta take the shop as it's a chance to see Zeus. Low chance, but we can at least fill our god pool a little more. Ooh, we did see him though. Here's the thing, the hammer is also... No, we gotta take the Zeus boons.
Why look, Zagreus, here comes brave Athena, first to reach you among all my kin in all her shrewdness. So proactive.
So we already hit the duo boon.
Prior to even telling me, my dear.
Lord Father, would that I could settle even more such matters quickly and discreetly, so that only the most vital of them rise up to the level of your notice, sir. Though I'm certain Zagreus and I are very grateful you have intervened.
Well, very grateful. Thanks so much for giving me this
Cheers, you two.
wonderful duo boon that I'm totally going to take full advantage of. Oh, Lord. Alright, catch this fish.
Looks like
Since we still need a lot of these early resources. And then we'll jump in to get a key. So we can try to get closer to finishing our mirror.
crushed. Hurry. Phew.
Don't need to spawn a chaos gate. I would like to see health. Alright, I don't need those. As we haven't gotten any health increases yet. I also have not unlocked the house contractor thing that gives me health when I pick up this, so whatever. It's not like I was expecting that.
Shop.
Alright, so we can buy Demeter here.
I'll take this one.
And we can take... We can take the 8 or we can take the special. Take the
That's
call.
cold.
The 8.
I bet it's Meg again.
Just to fill slot.
Not quite. Let me guess. Murder? Murderer, perhaps. But one of those two.
So we'll go ahead and do that. Quick phase here. Can't really see her in the corner, but it wasn't saying immune, so gotta assume we were hitting her with part of it. Relatively painless.
Go wrongfully accuse somebody else.
We took a little more damage than I thought we did, but... nothing bad.
So much for the fearsome furies.
So we have 3. We have Zeus, Athena, and Demeter.
Which to choose?
We don't need to force any additional god, because we'll just take whatever it gives us. We are going to put on our trusty coin pouch here.
Should help.
Make sure that we can hit the mid shop.
Up we go.
Since it could again offer us a Zeus boon. Just got to be thinking ahead a little bit to the
This heat.
opportunities. Now we have a lot of boons that can be palmed, so this isn't guaranteed to give us value. Only one of them is really kind of ideal for us. Oops, put that in the wrong place. I kind of wanted to put it on where they were going to spawn, but not a big deal. Okay, so we did get lucky. We saw the attack here. It was I mean, we have 4, it shows 3. So there was a chance we missed. And I know I said I wanted health, but we gotta take Eurydice when we see her. Especially now that we have Orpheus back at the house. Gift the nectar.
I needed, hun. Thank you so much. You know, you weren't near as bad as I'd heard.
She's heard.
Oh, don't worry. We're still getting to know each other. Plenty of time for me to live up to my notorious reputation. Though I'm surprised you've heard of me at all. You know, I've never met a nymph before. You're closer to the gods than mortals, right?
Yeah, gods that can die. How is that fair? It was just a stupid snake bite in my case. Can you imagine something more embarrassing? You're just minding your business, and then snap, you're dead and on your way down here.
I know the feeling better than you might expect.
Well, I was going to end up here sooner or later. Might as well while I'm still looking good. Though, I guess you do kind of get to lock in whatever age when you register. Bet everybody dying of old age pushed that one through.
We have 4 things that can be palmed, so it's possible that that is the way to go. Especially since we already have our attack. We don't know what the next boons we're getting are. So we could pick the one where we speculate going forward. But I think it's safer to just play this one, which adds 4 palms to random boons, but since we have 4 exactly,
Here you go.
it'll be our attack, our cast, our dash, and our... Got a chance for a hammer here. So like I said before, we're going to be looking for something that increases our ability to shoot longer.
This has to be the chamber renovation I put in.
And we got the 3-round burst, which is my favorite one.
Thanks, Daedalus.
We actually got both of the ones that I had mentioned, but we will take my favorite. And now we fight my least favorite. Then again, I have deflect now, so it's going to be easier. He says, as he gets petrified. Oh, that guy's got a lot of them in him.
Enough of them.
And if Artemis offers a special, we'll take that.
Then I will probably ignore you like the rest. Just warning.
She did offer us the special, so we can fill that slot. So now none of the core boons should be offered.
On to the next one.
Making it easier for us to hit the tier 2 stuff that we want from Zeus. And yes, I do keep hitting the reload button, even though we got this hammer. Sometimes it's hard to break the habit.
Olympus, I accept this message.
We would rather have the blinding foot. So this one... This one is a bit of a meme in the Hades community because it only does something if you don't have any death defies. Whatever, we'll take it just to take it, I guess. There is a minor prophecy. As you can see, there's the little icon here. If you're wondering what this scroll meant, it means you haven't taken it and there is a prophecy to take it. This is kind of a meme because it only activates if you have no death defies, so if you're already like way on the back foot, then you can gain health back. There was... On my hell mode file, there was my first clear where I was very early in the runs, and I grabbed this late because I had burned the one death defy that I had. And I was able to just, like, kite enemies throughout all of Styx to be constantly at full health as I came out of chambers. And it wound up getting me a clear. But outside of, like, super niche scenarios like that, where you're already playing from way behind, it's just not a super useful boon. We need 30 keys to finish our mirror. We're at 21, so we'll take this door. Oops, I forgot to put our... Hey guys, how you doing? Didn't realize there was a party going on. Come back later. Oh. My bad. I didn't realize I had to come to you. Heard a fish. I heard the fish noise. There it is. Gotta go fishing. I don't really know what to say during the fishing, but I don't want to sit here quietly anymore, so.
Another crustacean.
Another crustacean, alright. Gotta take the shop. I know I want health so bad. We're still at 100 max. But the shop can show us Zeus boons. You gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, it's a Dumbledore boon. Do I even buy the palm? I suppose. I suppose. Shut your pots. Took a regular pot shot. That's what that means. Hero cast, launch our special, do a little dash so that the Bone Hydra doesn't land on us. Push once, see the bubbles here. Save our call for when the heads group a little more in the second one. Just drop down here real quick to grab a cast and then throw a wasted cast. Whoa, hey, what are you trying to do? Trying to hurt me? It's not a very mature way to handle your problems. Do that, run over here. Oh, apparently you cannot drop 2 of Demeter's at the same time. I didn't know that. It does kind of make it worse. Especially for how we use the call. Which is more for... kind of like an extra dash than it is,
No more heads. Right.
Most of the time we're just using the call as extra invincibility frames so that we can stay connected. And if I can't drop multiples at a time. I have not used emitters very much, so I hadn't realized that that was the way that it worked.
Try another one, maybe.
Maybe gotta put on anything here. It's not really too important. I guess we'll put on the Nyx's Black Shawl, which will add a little bit of damage when we're striking from behind. And it'll help us rank up the Keepsake a little bit. Because we don't gain a lot from having Charon's Artifact with the well here.
Let's think about this.
I could sell this. I have a lot of gold. I could do it. We won't. We'll keep the meme alive. I need Zeus and I need health. I really need health. I don't know how we have gone through all of Asphodel and have not gotten a single health room yet, but...
Champions of Elysium, I've returned.
We already have the hammer we want, and we didn't see Hermes or Asphodel, so we'll go over to the right. I don't know where the archer is. There he is.
Happy to be in the area, boss. Seeing as the mortal folk up here keep dying off, and someone's got to bring their souls down to your domain now, don't they?
Alright. We will... None of these are great. So we'll take the only we haven't taken yet, which charges our God Gauge automatically. We're pretty much always attacking, so our God Gauge is going to build on its own anyway. I'll go in here to make sure that we can use both the mid and end shop.
Show me, Charon.
At this point, I would even consider buying the health chambers out of the well that come empty. Alright, so we got a Zeus room here. Happy to see it. We would have liked to get another dash from Hermes.
In the name of Hades.
Not obviously, but... Alright, so it actually offered us 3 of the things that we would like. I'm going to take Storm Lightning, as this is the one that turns on the legendary boon. It's kind of a gamble, because if I never see another Zeus boon, then taking Static Discharge is better. But if I take Storm Lightning, then it keeps the number of good boons that Zeus can offer us at the same level, which right now I think is 4. It's kind of a lot, right? We would like Billowing Strength, Cloud Judgment, Static Discharge, and then if we take that, it'll be Splitting Bolt, so it'll stay 4. It's kind of high, but that just means our odds stay good. Ooh, and we get another Zeus room right away. Very excited to see that.
Butterfly chamber.
So here we go.
For now, sinister ball of butterflies.
And we see a blue Billowing Strength. That's a nice pickup, I think. This would be better if we could spam multiple of Demeter's Call. But because I locked us in on that, this is probably better. This is the swap that I was talking about. We've seen it a few times, but if I wanted to upgrade the rarity on my special, I could switch it to Zeus's. I don't really want to do that, as I think that picking up these other boons are going to be more beneficial to us. Go in here. Interesting, we have not seen the middle shop yet. Cleared quite a few chambers, so I was kind of expecting to have seen it by now, but everything we've gotten in Elysium has also been pretty good. I've been happy to see it, so I'm not complaining, I'm just noting.
In the name of Hades.
Well, okay then. I'll take Second Wind, the top one, so that, because I use our call to try and dodge damage, this gives us a little bit, if I time it wrong, there's still a 30% chance that I can avoid the damage anyway. It just leans more into what we're trying to do. Alright, so here's the middle shop. We don't see Zeus, we see Artemis, but we see a health container.
Cheers, mate.
It's funny that we have to buy the health container. Is there anything we would want from Artemis? Hunter's Mark, Support Fire, Lightning Rod? Sure. Lightning Rod is when your cast sits on the ground here like this and you don't pick it up, it shoots lightning bolts 1 per second, I believe, that deals 70 damage to nearby enemies. So it's kind of passive because I keep forgetting to switch the mirror back to the other one. If you go back to the one that I usually keep, you cannot get it. You have to be on this one where you have 3 uses of the cast. Or a certain number of uses of the cast. Because the other one, the crystals don't sit on the ground, so you can't be offered it.
Thanatos?
Alright, Thanatos is very good here, because this was a help room, and now if we can beat Thanatos, which hopefully we can since we have most of our build, he'll offer us another part, and so we can actually increase our max by 50 in a single room. I didn't stand in the special here, which is silly. Gotta remember to throw these out at the beginning of fights so that we can get our passive. See how they're just like lightning bolting around? So we're gonna have, especially if we can keep getting the boons that we're aiming for, if we see more Zeus in the coming rooms, we're gonna have a ton of damage.
Listen to me. I don't know how else to put this, but I want you to come home, voluntarily. It's not just you swept up in all this nonsense now, and I know you didn't ask for me to get involved, but what did you expect?
Fan, home is never going to be the same for me. There's no use trying to pretend. I have to go.
You don't have to do anything of the sort. You have no idea how good you've had it here. Maybe someday you'll come to understand.
Maybe. Alright, so there is no Zeus here. We're going to go over to Patty.
Tell me, stranger, if it pleases you. How is it you keep running into me? I thought this the remotest corner of Elysium.
The ever-shifting chambers of the underworld leave quite a bit to chance. I took our meetings merely for coincidence.
When chance is too far-fetched to be believed, then it's the fates at play. or something else. I don't know whether to believe you, but I know that I want you to leave me now.
Alright, so we have all of our depth defies. We don't need this. We're on a lightning build, so this does not add that much, but we're also near full health. So I don't know that the healing is very good. I think I'm going to take the Cyclops Jerky, even though it's kind of a minimal increase. It's just the best option offered to us. And then we will take the shop here as the last room. We're really hoping to see Zeus. Oh yeah, we are getting
Spend it all in one place, mate.
so lucky here. And static discharge. See, these are two that we didn't want, but because we kept the number of ones that we wanted high, worked out. I thought I heard a ding. There can be a fish in this room, apparently. Learn something new. Go ahead and do a little fishing. Then I have to go up and look at what that fruit stand has to say.
Got it. It's a clam.
It's a clam.
The magnificently ominous facade of the Great Elysian Stadium looms tall above the rabble-rousing prince, as if to goad him into such a competition which he cannot hope to win.
I've won it plenty of times.
Confidence, old man. Rematch.
The gods are testing us once more, Asterius. For how else to explain this fiend approaching us, bearing such blessings as would normally befit only for heroes such as we?
You do know I'm related to them, right? The god of the dead is my father. I'm sure word's gotten around. Not that I want deferential treatment from the likes of you.
I love how Theseus just completely ignores everything we say.
Good, for you'll get nothing of the sort. The gods are on my side, not yours, monster. What business would they have abetting you?
Alright, stand in this. Remember to launch our casts. Then do our best to just keep cleaving these guys. Ideally, we can throw this out and not have to pick up our casts so that they can be dropping lightning bolts, but as we've stacked a lot of Zeus boons, we're doing pretty good on damage here. Since we've already beaten these bosses on this heat, we're getting large amounts of darkness. We don't have our third Death Defy from the mirror, so I will go ahead and put on
one last stop.
Skelly's Tooth. Just forgetting the name of it. Head on up. It's been so long since we've run with the rail, I don't remember what it was that stopped us last time. Probably just ill-equipped. There is a Hermes buff down there. There is coin on a mini-boss. There is no more Zeus buffs, so not gonna get the legendary. But
That's settled then.
I don't think we'll need it. We have pretty good damage here. Said we would like to not stand in damage, Elastic. If you could move your butt out of the way of the giant rats, it would probably be beneficial. Go ahead and launch these. Woohoo. Bounced my now that he's dead, we'll go ahead and cure the poison.
Take it. I go. A moment's rest.
Take health again, because we're not even at 200 yet. Even though I really want... I just like fighting the mini-bosses instead of waves of ads, but... Since we're not going for speed necessarily, the reward in this one outweighs it, in my mind.
Not yet.
Wow, okay. Didn't have to fight anything.
Just the foul sack I need.
Just the foul sack I need. Oh, maybe it's not bologna in the sack. It must be bird of some sort. Whether it be a duck. A duck is a fowl. So maybe it's a sack full of duck meat.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
Alright, I picked another heart container, and I went with a palm. We got lucky, and it went to our attack. It could have gone to our jolt it. It could have gone to our... I don't know that this can get palmed. But...
The monster's solitary weakness, satyr sacks, proved terribly effective once again.
See you, boy.
And there aren't typically ducks in the underworld, so Zagreus wouldn't know what they are. This is making a lot more sense now. Putting the pieces together. This is the reading between the lines.
Nice night, no?
Why? Why do you keep showing up? In spite of knowing that the outcome shall be just the same as how it always was.
Beats having to toil away under your overbearing supervision. And besides, as you may be aware, I've recently made up my mind to leave this place.
Yeah, utterly incorrigible. When next we meet here, then we'll keep it brief. I've grown weary of our aimless conversations. Now prepare.
Alright, I'm going to try and throw the special up so that we can get our damage up immediately. And then I'll put the casts out. He will drop them around the stage as they fall off. I didn't dodge out of that like I was supposed to. See, and now they'll start dealing lightning damage in the area. I do want to keep one lodged on him if I can, because it gives us a big damage bonus. Apparently they will float back to us after a set amount of time. So actually didn't mean to pick that up. Ooh, we almost built a full call there. So I gotta kinda... Oops. Took more damage than I meant to.
Not finished then.
You can't kill me.
Bet.
Vanquished again by my own fool kin. Farewell.
Goodbye, Father. Done with time to spare.
So These are the key players. Toss in this. This was fun. We liked having Lightning Rod. Building strength, obviously strong. This was not super useful because we didn't see the legendary. We had the meme. Obviously, it did nothing because we didn't lose a death to buy this whole run. But we took it because memes are good. Having a call. Though we did learn that this call is not as effective as some of the other ones that I prefer. So
Blood.
let us go see Persephone. We got big news to tell her.
Beautiful.
Is that you?
I'm back.
Of everything down in that gloomy house, I miss old Cerberus the most, I think. But I miss other things as well. The lack of light was gentler on my skin, not being as cold. And Nyx and her young sons. It was all very odd, but...
Mother, in Father's bedchambers. Mind you, there's almost nothing there, just neatly sorted rows of all his samey capes. But on his nightstand is a portrait of you, wearing a regal crown of red laurels. A queen. His queen.
I was fitted for those garments when I first arrived. They were not my customary style. So Hades has a portrait of me still. Why would he put it back on display now?
No, he's never let anybody in his bedchambers. I broke in, don't you see? He didn't put your portrait back on display. It's always been there, ever since you left. So, Mother, why do you suppose he would do that?
Because he loves me still. Is that what you want me to say?
Have you ever loved him yourself?
All I really wanted was to leave Olympus. I didn't exactly abscond. I doubt I had much of a choice, but I went willingly. Perhaps Zeus knew how I felt, and thought he was doing me a favor. As for Hades, I grew to love him, yes. He always gave me my space.
Won't you please talk to him? Or visit Cerberus again, or Nyx? As for Olympus, surely all of you can figure something out.
I just don't know, my son. Olympus is behind me. And the underworld. I cannot imagine I would be very welcome there after all this time.
But you are the queen.
These deaths are getting so painful emotionally. Alright, we gotta get back. He doesn't have anything new to say.
So very tired.
More pets? More pets.
More pets.
Do not let him manipulate you, Cerberus.
Oh, come on. I wouldn't do such a thing. You're the best, Cerberus.
So how did it go? How did you die ignobly this time, pray tell? Cerberus and I can't wait to hear the tale.
It was of a broken heart.
In that case, I'll spare you the details.
Fine. Your failure is quite easily imagined. How often it recurs. Almost as though my realm is built to keep you here. You and every single soul that's ever lived. But by all means, continue struggling.
Struggle I shall.
Prince, Achilles, something awakened in Varatha when I spoke the words. It revealed to me a form I'd never seen, wielded by the warrior called Guan Yu, handsomely dressed, and just as you described. That's no Greek name, is it?
No, I don't think so, lad. I don't know who this Guan Yu is, or where he's from, or even when he's from. But the Fates must have a plan for him and you. Anyway, I think my part in this is ended. Varatha served you well, no? I trusted it in life. I trust it now. Fear is for the weak.
Fear is for the weak.
Fear is for the weak.
What?
Hold on, if I talk to him, he disappears. I gotta turn in these fish and see if I get nectar.
I come to you bearing aquatic beasts.
Did. Okay.
Use them wisely, my
So we
friend.
can continue progressing Tham's story.
You shouldn't be doing this, Zag. You picked sides and things are not the same. A momentary stab at thoughtfulness can't fix something like that.
We've been through a lot then, and I think we'll be going through a lot more yet. Consider it a token of our kinship.
Be on your way, Zagreus. I have an audience with Lord Hades in a moment. An inquiry into my recent absences.
Oops.
What are you worried about, Than? You've never given him a reason not to trust you.
Recently, I'm not so sure. Whatever you're doing, it had better be worth it.
Wait,
It's worth it.
What's new?
I told you I should have gone to a physician. Cause of death, infection. Right, we don't have 3 diamonds because we keep running same old, but we do have 500 gems.
Here you go. I'll be on the lookout for this when I'm in the area.
The rest of this is just cosmetic stuff, I think. We can get the pool so we can check like how many kills we have and how many runs we've done.
By my own contractor.
But the rest of it's not. It's all just cosmetic stuff. Oh, what's this? Authorizes playback of music pieces from the vault. Might as well.
To help Orpheus keep his boundless libraries of music in order. Just have to fill it in.
Oh my.
I mean,
Our court musician.
it costs some more diamonds to fill that in, and we already need diamonds to get all of these. But what? We'll farm this up as we go.
Anything I can do to help you find your muse, mate?
I fear my muse is long since lost to me, my friend. Though truly, thanks for asking. I suppose she must be out there somewhere still, since I once traveled across this land in search of her, and found her then. But that was quite a while back.
Wait, you found her? What happened?
Well, this was back when I was still alive, you understand. Your father, why, he doesn't care for anyone to leave this realm, and basically now I'm stuck here as well. Not seen her since, and I'm not much for travel anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for letting me know. Hope you get to see her again someday.
I appreciate the sentiment, my friend. Though please don't worry about her or me. I mean, we're dead. We're fine.
Oh, I'll worry.
Father loved her, didn't he? Mother, I mean. Faith like that. He's just stubborn enough to hold on to the idea of her, isn't he? Though what she saw in him, I'm not sure.
Your father was different with Persephone, to some extent. He has always been as you know him, yet her lightness, it affected even him, I think. And he knows that he was better with her than without.
Sounds like a lot of pressure on Mother to fix all his failings. But it sounds as though she cared for him as well. And you and Cerberus. She said she misses you.
She did she?
She did. Check in on the special here. Nope, don't need that. This will put the well that we bought.
Shouldn't I even think
The
so?
reflecting pool, sorry.
A beautifully decorated, subtly enchanted ball containing traces of the hapless prince's past attempts to flee the underworld now accents a particularly cluttered corner of his room.
Always wanted my own scrying pool.
17 attempts, 5,214 foes slain.
That definitely came to pass.
What is this? Break free from the realm using each of the... Oh, cool.
Guess I have been rather busy as of late.
So now we get a bunch of Titan Blood so we can help increase our weapons. Trying to decide. It might be better to hold for 1,000, get the last Death Defy here. Otherwise we can try to max Dark Foresight, which raises our chance. The thing is, we're not that concerned with this just yet. It gets us better stuff. Boons from gods, hammers, coin, and palms. But since we still need the meta resources, we still need darkness, keys, gemstones to an extent. I'm not really worried about maxing this out just yet. Let's see what the next one wants us to do.
Hey.
Looks like the shield.
What are the limits of your power? Grant me the aspect of chaos. Zeus.
Aspect of chaos. The shield bounces around when you do your special. And so you play it kind of like the aspect of Chiron from the other episode, where it's just in reverse this time. So you'll throw the shield to apply hangover, and then you hit him with the attack to get weak, and then you throw the shield again to stack the rest of the hangover on. But I prefer to play with the aspect of Zeus here. Just a little bit safer, a little bit easier to build. I'm going to spend just some of our... max out this because it's like my favorite... this is my favorite weapon, probably. I'm going to put some in... Am I? Maybe not yet.
Alright, I'm ready.
So to get the...
Care to join me out there?
hidden aspects, you need to have invested at least 5 blood into the aspects of the weapon, and then it'll add the dialogue with the specific character that triggers it to the queue of dialogues for that character. So, for example, this one is unlocked by Artemis, and so now that I have spent 5 blood on aspects, I believe we've done 5 because we're at 2 and 2, it put the dialogue for unlocking the aspect of Rama into the queue. So we run into Artemis enough times to get through all the things she has to say. Eventually, she's going to give us the wake phrase. And the same is true for everything except the spear, which is the first one, the key to unlocking all of the... It's a little bit technical. Let's just jump back in here. We're on 1 heat. It's not difficult by any means.
Wretches of the underworld, take heed.
Try and get back to the end.
See that, Aegis?
Oh, dash strike in a larger area will work.
Deadlier than ever.
Since we don't have our skipping chaos to take keys, so we need 4 of them.
I'll just keep this on me.
Here's Zeus, so we hope to get the special.
Surface, Agrius. You call upon me then and there, all right? I'll personally see to it that you'll be escorted up to Olympus, and your quest shall be complete.
We did get the special. So our build is active. Go for keys. We need just a few more. It's also funny, I feel like you really, really need keys, and then all of a sudden you don't need keys anymore. Once you get to the end of the mirror, they just become a way for you to get nectar. Alright, so we already have Zeus in our pool, which means now we just need to find 3 other gods, kind of as fast as we can, same as last run. Just the tier 2s that we're going for are slightly different, because we have the special instead of the attack.
You have the Shield of Chaos, Aegis. Quite unlike the one my good sister Athena likes to flash around. You have much better taste.
Looking for attack here. I'm not a big fan of his call because it's typically a DPS loss. However, because so much of our damage comes from the shield and not actually our attacks, I think this is a fine time to take it. When you use this call, you turn into a big spitting blade disc thing, which means I can't be using my attacks, and since so many of my builds rely on attacks and dash strikes and such, it's like if I'm going to turn into a blade, why did I invest all of my boons into getting that? But since the shield can stay out while I'm in my call, it's not terrible on this build.
Kieran's shot.
Alright, we have 2. We don't care if this isn't Zeus. If it is Zeus, we're happy. If it's Poseidon and he just goes, what? Then we're very happy, I guess. It's... What? I don't know. Do we take the one that we don't have? We probably just take the attack. No. We don't take the attack because we want to put a debuff on it. We'll just take this one.
Let's make some waves.
Doesn't really matter what it does. We're just looking to fill the pool.
That's life.
Toss the shield, put up our block, bring the shield back to us, hit our dash strike, or our, release our charge. Sorry, not hit our dash strike, release our charge.
Hard to see in all that red. Mine. Another hellfish.
What the hellfish? Alright. Now we've got to try and push the big crystal guy into our shield as best we can. It's going to float away, so we'll have to rethrow the shield sometimes, but if we can use our attack to nudge it into the shield, we can get our damage up. Yeah. There we go.
Olympus, I accept this message.
We did get the attack here. Oh, the boon at the bottom was an augment to our hall. It like pulled people in, I think, if I read that correctly. I went pretty fast because I saw the one that I wanted.
Hello there, Dionysus.
And Dionysus is the last one that we need to fill our pool.
Man, it seemed like you were rather close, but then we couldn't see you anymore from here, and now you're back. Well, give another go.
We'll take strong drink since we haven't hit any of the fountains yet. And that's a damage increase. Ooh. This should give us the last 2 keys that we need. I know that we need nectar. But I think that finishing off the number of keys that we need is also important. Because then we shouldn't really have to prioritize key rooms anymore. Close. Didn't get the angle right on that charge. Yeah, now we have 30. Excellent. Oh no! Is there gold somewhere here? So even if we saw Zeus, we couldn't buy this. Which means it's smarter to go to the Dionysus room, unfortunately.
In the name of Hades.
We could take his drunken dash. Just as more
Hello, Fury Sisters.
incidental damage.
Check it out, sis. The god of trash is here. Let's get to work.
That's me, Zagreus, god of trash.
I'll make you hurt.
So that's what I meant. I can keep the shield down, and I can use the fall. Ooh, he pushed me into the trap. Oh, and then I ran into more traps. She did say die. Sure. She did say that. There's a room full of lots of spinning blades and danger.
Flew off. My weapons can grow even stronger.
Bocha's worst nightmare.
Let's hear it, Father.
Did you enjoy this stint in Tartarus?
Let's see here.
No, I did not. I don't know. What do we want to do? I guess anything's fun. Could hit the coin purse like normal. Sure.
All set.
Aim broke. Because we have extra money, we'll buy that. So the next boon we buy will be
closer to the surface.
An upgraded rarity.
Thank you.
We don't know what the next boon is going to be. Could be Hermes. Could be
Asphodel.
Zeus. Could be just another one of our other three gods. Wait, do we have three? Dionysus, Ares. Oh yeah, we have Poseidon as well.
Let's deal some death. Just a bit longer.
Aha! You thought you were trapping me, but I turned into a blade of death. It was I who was trapping you. You don't have a nectar
Make yourself at home.
for this trip.
You're just in time, Your Royal Majesty. Got something real good cooking right here that you're gonna love. You hungry? Yeah?
Am I ever? You're always so generous. And you're always cooking. And singing. Do you have many guests come by? Your place seems somewhat off the beaten path.
What, you think I get a lot of guests here? No, but I like cooking anyway. It's like singing in a way. Keep getting better the more you try. Turns out a bit different each time.
We will take the palm porridge, since we don't have any palms in our abilities yet.
Wow, that's good.
We would like some in our special.
Bye, hun.
More health is good. Happy to see it.
What? Thank the gods.
Alright, there's a Zeus boon. Looking to get jolted or double strike this time.
Barge of death again, huh?
Lord Zeus. Here is the jolted effect we were looking for. We're gonna need to take somebody's cast so that we're not offered that one. Ooh, it's an awkward position. These guys jump around a lot, so it can be hard to get them stuck in the shield. Especially when I use my attack to punch them out of the damage area that I was trying so hard to get them to sit in. A bit counterproductive. Take a look in here. Mostly I do that out of hand, but... Alright, we don't need to prioritize keys anymore. We can go for darkness now, since we are playing on Dark Thirst. We are looking to stack a bunch of it still for our mirror. Ow. Took the old scissor hit there. Ow. Guys, that is my head. Please, stop hitting my head. You're gone. You're gone. Alright, so the Ares call actually is working better than I thought because we're able to do the double up on damage with it. Take the shot. Just going to the store. I don't want his cast because it does not lodge in enemies. Instead, I'm going to buy this health and just go fight the Bone Hydra. I see a foosh. Oh yeah, I mean, I see you grew your heads back. I'm definitely not looking past this fight already.
Your dust.
Ooh. Stepped in the magma. Oops. I also recalled the shield and then went into combat. It's the opposite of how I try and do that. Let's try and skip ads again. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Nice.
Enough. Aw, for me. Here, fishies.
Here, fishies. Do 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 do.
Fish. Just a crustacean.
Just a crustacean. They didn't seem too happy about that. Any of these will do. It doesn't really matter to me. I guess we'll keep ranking up the acorn. Since we play so safe with the being able to block.
Check.
A few times that hits do get through, especially during heroes.
Everything's so green.
You know, Asterius has a tendency to jump just past our shield and smack me with his sideways cleaves and stuff like that. So... I didn't even reach that one, he just blew up. He knew it was inevitable.
You'd think that once you break free to the surface, we could see you from Olympus a bit more than usual, but no. It's like you're shrouded in eternal night up here. Something like that. Odd, right?
Odd, right? Almost as if. Alright, we got our third dash here. Helpful, helpful. We've got almost 300 coins, so I'm going to try and palm our special, though we don't obviously have it guaranteed to show up. That's why palms are better typically early on. You get the core piece to your build, and then you try and palm in Tartarus, because you are almost guaranteed to have it at that point. You keep less than three or less things that can be palmed, and it'll show up every time. And then you can sink a whole bunch into it. But that's more... When you have the mirror that is set up to show you palm more frequently, that becomes a lot easier to do. Whereas we were taking keys through all of Tartarus. So that we could build our mirror. And then at the house
delicious
concession stand, we'll say, you trade keys for nectar, which will be important coming up. But we'll get there when we get there. Going in here, trying to see Zeus. Could be anything. It's Zeus. Wonderful. Again, we didn't get anybody's cast, so this is still showing up, unfortunately. But Billowing Strength is a good one. If I take this... We'll need to take money room to buy something in the final shop.
Cheers, mate.
But I think it's worth it. And we increase our jolted damage. We get to see Zeus again here, which is excellent. It is, of course, the butterfly ball. Stinking butterflies. Butterflies in a ball. I missed you with my call. He just keeps running into it. Oh, I touched the stove, it was hot. Maybe I should touch it again and see if it's still hot. High voltage is not double strike, but it does give us the chance to get the legendary. We have enough keys now, but we also have enough gemstones, so we'll take this anyway. Because we can trade it for nectar. Where's my shield? There it is, it's coming. Slowly but surely. Go for Hermes here. Ooh, we got a fountain. Special being faster doesn't matter a ton, but it is most of our damage, so we'll go with that. Here's the money room that we wanted. Apparently they just die if I block them. That's different. Like a butterfly ball here or something? Oh no, it's this shield guy hanging out in the corner. I would too, man. It's just not safe out there.
Excellent.
Well, for... No, we don't have any nectar. We can't fight the mini-boss room. We have to go for the nectar room.
Hello again. What do you say we deal some death together, Zagreus?
Ah, if you insist.
This one's on me.
You're too kind. That one's rearming.
You're next.
Damn it, one's come back.
Pathetic.
Here's something for the show.
Get the nectar, immediately give it to Than.
Look, I'll just stash this with the rest if you really don't have a better thing to do with it than dump it off on me.
Hey, that's an idea. One of these days or nights, we'll have enough of this stuff to throw a feast to make all of Olympus jealous.
What are you doing back here, Zag? You made it out.
I did, but I had to come back. And not exactly voluntarily. I'll be visiting up there from time to time, though it looks like I'll be staying here.
Visiting from time to time? I don't understand.
It's my mother. She's alive and well. It's just that I can't stay with her up there for very long, so we'll have to catch up one visit at a time.
I see. Well then, that's good. That's good because it means that I won't have to track you down up top. Because between us, I can only take so much of it up there.
I know what you mean.
Check the well. What about the healing, I think? Alright, since Dionysus here, we don't really want his cast.
Should help keep me
Take
going.
this, we can put it on more jolted.
Extra blessing.
Take this just because I'm not really concerned with... We have enough pieces to make our build work. We aren't going to need to spend it in sticks.
Enemy. See here, Asterius. The god-hated fiend is back once more to be destroyed by our joint righteous fury.
God-hated. You'll have to be more specific. I have the gods on my side. Though, I suppose you do too. Why can't they make up their minds?
They have made up their minds. They stand united against darkness, as do I. With the exception of Asterius here, who serves the light. Let's serve it now, my friend. To battle!
He's such a goober. Oops, I didn't,
Your presence is a stain upon Elysium. Well.
Alright, so I did accidentally lose one of my hits on my shield here, but
Whose side is she on?
now we've lost 2. It's not that big a deal. That's why we put it on. I didn't block that like I thought I did. Oh, no, I'm sitting in. He's down.
You're next, Bullman.
I love that he's just sitting in it. That's super helpful. Thank you. For what?
Please hold your applause.
Make it so you don't have to listen to Theseus anymore?
There's my shade.
Hey, bud. Thanks for cheering me on.
King Theseus has fallen to the likes of you.
I'll leave the acorn on.
Talk. That was Elysium.
Each of the chambers and sticks counts towards your keepsake rank up. So if you're just trying to rank up a keepsake, running through all of the Styx chambers is like the fastest way to do it. There is a Zeus spoon down here.
Should come in useful.
We'll just take the revenge, because it's not offering us the tier 2s we want.
Let's see here.
Go for the mini bosses.
Not now. Time to deal with Father's pest problem, I guess.
So, nephew, my honored brother Zeus already has endowed you with his thunderous might. Well, you shall soon forget about all that after a taste of this.
Head and take the
Sea God's might.
cast.
Maybe it's in here.
Maybe it's in here. Just keep tossing the shield out. Trying to keep it on them.
Hey, a Satyr sack already. Something for Cerberus. Oh, what's in this stuff? Should I go fight some satyrs and get out of here?
Cerberus moves for no one, but for Satyr sacks, he can make an exception.
See you, boy.
Alright, here we go.
still don't understand.
I have done virtually everything within my power to prevent this. All of it. For nothing. The Fates were not content to saddle me within the earth. They mock me still.
Maybe they just think you're in the wrong, and that you're an obstinate, overbearing, and miserable excuse for a husband and father. Don't you understand I'm trying to fix the problems you caused, since you're so unwilling to do it yourself?
You're right. I was unwilling. I made my choices in all this. I loved her, yes. I loved her terribly. But now, it seems I'm merely delaying the inevitable. Go then. Go to her. But should harm befall her, I shall bring my worst wrath upon whomever is to blame, including you.
What? You're letting me go just like that? You're just afraid of getting struck down again. You're serious?
Go. Before I reconsider.
Goodbye, Father.
He lets us pass.
Fishing time?
Yeah, we'll take a moment to fish. It's important to see Mom, but, you know, we gotta catch this trout first.
The sun.
My son!
Mother? Mother, wait, what is all this?
Oh, Zagreus, I almost missed you. Truthfully, I hoped that I could make it a surprise.
Make what a surprise?
My arrival. I'm going. To your home. To Cerberus, Nyx, your father.
You're... really? Mother, you're serious?
I am. Now, if you could just help me pack up my remaining things. Only a few loose odds I'm bringing, just in case. If we hurry, maybe you could join me, rather than return the customary way. Not something a mother ever wants to see.
Join you? But wait, how are you going to get back? I hadn't thought that far ahead.
Just so happens I know somebody who can give us a ride.
Charon?
Tips his hat.
Doubtless he has pressing matters to attend to. So let's not keep him waiting any longer, son. Come on, then.
I'm still alive. But how?
You're on the River Styx. No longer in the mortal realm entirely.
I can't believe that this is happening.
I know. My heart is racing. Nothing like a river journey to remind oneself that there's no turning back.
Seriously. Though, even after all of this, it's like we only just met. I have so many questions for you still.
We'll have plenty of time for them, I think. For now, best we keep quiet. Pretend we're just a couple of dead souls on their final voyage.
And away we go.
Wait, isn't this Orpheus?
Snow everywhere. Mother.
Credits roll. But she said mother. We didn't... There's a Demeter dialogue line where Zagreus is shocked to find out that Demeter is Persephone's mother. But we didn't trigger that. She just said it, and so now he should know. I wonder if he'll still be confused. Probably. I doubt that they built it out. We just didn't see Demeter all that often. So we read through the different biomes. That was Styx. Here's Elysium. We are going to sit here and enjoy the music as there's dialogue stuff immediately following the credits sequence. Also, this music. Asphodel, and then we cross back into Tartarus here.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
This is embarrassing, but I don't know the way to get back in. Except, you know, the customary way.
That's quite all right. I do. In the name of Persephone the Queen, open the gates! I spent many days tending this garden. Or nights? Quite difficult to tell the time here. But it's held on longer than I would have expected. Cerberus?
Persephone,
Cerberus! I missed you so. And dutiful as ever, aren't you?
Priorities.
I'm sorry. Know that I am sorry.
Hades. You look tired. Though I am not the only one you ought to be apologizing to.
I know. I know why. Why have you returned? If Olympus, if your mother discovers what happened, not even Zeus, not even he could stop what would transpire here.
Oh, I have a thought or two about how we can settle that. Though I shall need for you and Zagreus to cooperate with me on a solution. Or, if you'd rather, I could just return the way I came.
A solution? What, do you intend to have them over for ambrosia? Not even you can fix a broken family, Persephone.
You're right, Hades. I can't. Certainly not by myself. So are you going to help me or what?
I would do anything that you would ask of me.
Then first, talk to your son.
Zagreus, you have already met Persephone, our queen. I expect for you to show deference to her at all times.
Wow, Father, you called me by my name. What is this strange sensation that I feel? Perhaps it's this deference of which you speak.
Oh, stop it, both of you! Don't make me regret this, Hades. Speak honestly with him. About yourself, not me. Go on.
Yes, Zagreus. I know there have been times when I've let my mood reflect on you. I showed very little patience. Questioned your judgment, often when my own was flawed. Thus, I apologize to you, my son. I have no excuses, and I ask no forgiveness.
What about the part where you lied to me about Mother? Do you apologize for that? Your foul moods and venting them on me. I've long since come to expect that from you, and I resented you for it. But I always thought you're honest.
Your mother did not come here willingly when we originally met. When she left, believing you were stillborn, her decision was final. I believed that she was better off without the lot of us, Olympus included. Deceiving both of you. It tore against my being, but it needed to be done.
So you thought.
Well, you didn't need to vent all that inner turmoil onto me throughout my life. Though, I think I understand. I only wish I could have understood sooner. So, what now? I've grown so used to ransacking your domain, I think I'm really going to miss it.
About that. Your ransacking revealed many flaws in our security. The types that never get into reports. Our reputation rides on there being no escape from here. Would you keep trying to break free? Not for my sake, but for this realm. For the Queen.
For the Queen!
Zagreus, if you keep fighting out of here, it shall help keep appearances that everything is as it always was.
Question, Father. Let's say I accept. When next I reach the surface, is it still going to be you waiting up there?
Ah, boy. If you think for an instant that I shall go easier on you because of this, you'll soon learn otherwise.
So I just battle to the surface and repeatedly kill my own father then?
You have it half correct.
Perhaps you'll also tend to my little cottage while you're in the area. The garden doesn't take much care at all. I'd like to keep the place in decent shape, in case I cannot suffer this for long.
Well, I guess I'll see what I can do.
Just do the best you can. And clearly I've work to do as well. We have a lot of it ahead of us, I'd say. So, shall we get started then?
Sure.
Thus was Hades, feared ruler of the dead, reunited with his long-lost bride, Persephone, the queen. And together with their firstborn son, Prince Zagreus, they would go on to reign eternally beneath the earth, in relative harmony. The queen's return marked an occasion of enthusiastic joy, so much as possible in that dark, gloom-filled realm of the dead. And even after all this time, Olympus never did discover what transpired there, in the underworld.
After all this time, it's only been a few days. But it's been good. Mother and father are back together, made some new friends, got this fancy painting. Easy. All is well in the underworld.
Ta-da! Let's talk to everybody that's in the house real quick.
Achilles on break, I guess.
Prince, so is it really true then that you're staying? And that you'll be working here officially, I guess?
Well, when you put it that way, yes, I guess it is. We're going to try and make it work like this for now.
Well, you know what that means, don't you? We're official co-workers now. Isn't that so exciting? We can share our latest learnings, compare notes about the challenges we're up against, run into one another in the hall.
Do so. We've been doing everything you said this entire time.
But it is not the same. The entire feel of it's completely different now. You'll see. So, okay, bye!
Bye.
So between us, all you're attempting to break out of here, over and over, you're now authorized to keep that up? Exposing weaknesses in underworld security, huh?
Something like that. I guess I've gotten pretty decent about escaping from a place that's known for being inescapable. Lets me keep in touch with the other side of the family. Work with you from time to time.
I have to say, I never thought I'd hear you talking about looking forward to working, Zag. You feeling all right? Spending too much time on the surface, maybe?
Oh, I'm feeling fine. I never thought I was much good at anything, but if my fated purpose is to be a master of frustrating father's efforts to make everything strictly perfect, I think I'm okay with that.
Well then, I'll be looking forward to working with you in a more official capacity, even if we're still supposed to keep it all under wraps, for sake of appearances. See you out there.
Bye, Than.
Zagreus!
Hey, did you see? The Queen's come back! Though did she ever take her sweet time?
Hey, watch it, Hypnos. That's my mother you're talking about.
What, really? Huh. So then your mom doesn't spend any time with you either. We've got something in common.
We don't.
Or Hypnos.
You hung the painting where I asked.
Yes. Greetings, Father. So, I can just head on out there again whenever I want. Don't need to stick to any rigid schedule.
Your unpredictability is one of your assets. Our defenses must always be on guard. So yes, go about your business as you best see fit.
And the Olympians are going to keep helping me, thinking I'm trying to get away from you to them. We can't keep this up with them forever, you know.
I do. Your mother, the Queen, is working on that.
A plan is formulating.
Well, look at you, boy. Never seen you quite so perky, relatively speaking, of course. Big tough guy like yourself. You must have missed Mother just as much as she missed you. Well, you've got plenty of time for catching up on things now.
The monstrous triple-headed beast of Hades would perhaps be overcome with pure emotion by the joyous circumstances, were he only capable of this.
Oh, that's so
How dare you, sir? You had enough to eat lately, haven't you, boy?
Sack full of duck for Cerberus. Talk to Mom here, see our new costume.
How's it been for you so far, Mother? Reacclimating to all this? You said before it was a struggle. Must be very strange being back. Being in darkness all the time.
You know, I think it's gone all right so far. Thank you for asking, son. Everyone has been quite welcoming. The darkness is a pleasant change of pace. And while the stress can be a little difficult to move in, I quite like it.
That's good to hear. I have to admit I was a little worried you'd be desperate to return to your cottage by now. This place can be a little much.
I'm sure it can. And I do miss my little cottage here and there, but I think I'm through running away. There may be times when it is necessary, of course. But no matter how far you run, it doesn't make your problems go away. You taught me that, you know?
I did, but I tried desperately to run away myself.
Oh.
Indeed.
That delayed realization. Oh.
Persephone, the Queen. She has returned. I scarce believe it, child. You have brought her back. To all of us.
I scarce believe it too. What happens now? Pick up the pieces and begin again.
Together, let us find out.
Sounds good.
Read these fish real quick.
Here, you can have these, Chef. Always a pleasure.
34, that's 35.
Let's have that nectar. Got you some more of that contraband you like? Don't suppose I could help you put it away or anything?
Look at me, Zag. You think that all these gifts will make things go back to the way they were? They won't. It isn't possible. We may be immortals, but we're older now.
I'd hope we're wiser too.
We can. There's a conversation, isn't there? She had an exclamation mark. Crap! Did I ruin it with the?
The garden's always open now.
The garden of Persephone the Queen, off limits to the prince throughout his life, now is laid bare to him at last in all its splendor.
Not like Mother's cottage, but not bad.
Alright, and then we can unlock the
I can be stronger.
Bottom of the mirror here.
Let's see the last of them.
Alright, so that is the main story. This feels like a good place to cut off this episode. There is an epilogue, and we'll be endeavoring into that in the following episodes. So there are more to come, but the way that progresses is a bit different, and so it feels like it makes sense to separate the parts. So this is the last one for the main story. That was the conclusion of that. The story does continue into the epilogue, where we'll get to see how we resolve the fact that the queen is back, even though the Olympians don't know that she is alive. They think that Zagreus is trying to escape to get to them. How will it all unfold? So, thank you so much if you've made it this far, if you've been watching, if you've been keeping up. Hopefully, you're interested enough to see the epilogue, and I will see you then.